Hello everybody and welcome to a little tutorial on Fusion 360 and getting started with it. Today we are going to get started with it, making this slotted angle block that we see here in the little picture. Now, most of you that have had me before are pretty familiar with Inventor, and now we're going to be switching over to Fusion 360 for the ability to basically access stuff from home relatively easy. If you remember from the past, trying to do that with Inventor and saving things maybe to Google Drive or some other aspect usually was a little rough. And also another advantage of this is that it's also can be used on a Mac. So let's get started. If we look over here, we have a data panel we can hide up here with that. All right, open or close it. This shows all the different folders I have. So if I go into school stuff, brings it over, right? Some things I was working on for school, some little things. And now if I want to create a new file, well, we have it there. I can just start the sketch, right? So very similar to Inventor, we have sketches, all the 3D modeling aspects, different features that we could do from holes to patterns, creating forms, just moving through with some of this over here. Then we have surface, sheet metal, and other tools. All right, so let's get started with this one little slotted angle block, and we'll learn as our way go through. One difference over Fusion 360 from Inventor is that we have a timeline that gets created on the bottom, and what you're going to see is basically as we create different things, they're going to show up. Create sketch, right, up on the top. Let's create the base of this. So I'm going to do a 3-point center rectangle, and that would be 2.75. Tab, I can break down 5.125. Enter, finish sketch, all right, and there on our timeline, we see it on the bottom. All right, we're going to extrude up 1.75. All right, now if I want to go in the other direction, I can drag that down, go in the other direction. I can also change the profile, direction here, all right, how if I want to go one or two sides or symmetric. If you're not, when in doubt, go through these and it might have something there that you want to do. Also has a taper angle, which we don't need to worry about. Hit OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to worry about the chamfers that are on here. Now the drawing tells us they're 45 degrees and that they're centered. So let's go to the chamfer tool. So modify, chamfer, click, and click. Now we know that the distance from here to the bottom of the chamfer must be 1 inch. So if I go 1.75, and then I'm going to go minus 0.75. Let's take a look. See? So that brings it down there. So that would be 1 inch down from the top. So let's just double check that with the inspect tool. So I can go inspect, look from here to here, and I can see that's 0.75. We need it to be 1 inch. So let's close. Now if I go down on the bottom of the timeline, I can double click on it, edit it, and I can go 1.75 minus 1. So that gives me a 0.75 inch from the top, and there we go. I can do this for the other sides here and there. All right, so that's how the timeline is. If I want to go back in the timeline, I can click, and it shows me what I've done. Through, there you go. Okay, let's chamfer the other sides. Here and here. Distance, that needs to be 0.75 from the bottom. 1.75 minus 0.75. There we go, like that. Now if we want to double check that distance, we can go back to the inspect, to the measure tool, click, there and there, and it tells us we got 0.75. All right, so that's good. Next thing we have to do is create the slot that runs down the middle. I'm going to click on this face, start sketch, start sketch on that face, and we will draw that slot in. I'm going to do it as a 2-point center rectangle because I can get this to snap. Let's see if I go to the edge. Oh, it doesn't want to snap for me. But I know that's built around that. So you can see how you can get them to kind of snap that little blue line that's coming in. All right. So, and it's also not picking this up. So let's do some project geometry. I'm going to go project, P, or create project right here. All right, project. And I'm going to click some lines here just so that they're projected through. Makes it a little bit easier. So now, when I go to that 2-point center rectangle, see how I can get the center point? Now I can come up. That slot is 0.625 by 0.75. So I'm going to do 0.75 times 2 for my height, tab, 0.625 there. So that's the slot. I'm going to hit enter. All right. Now, if I was just doing a regular 2-point rectangle, I could just come down and draw it in there. I can finish sketch. All right. And if I hit shift and the scroll wheel, I can do that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my extrude. And I could select the whole thing if I want. And I could just pull it all the way through. And that's our block. I'm going to go save up on top. All right, so I'm going to save this as slotted angle block. That's location, save, there it is. So that's version 0. What you're going to notice, or sorry, version 1, what you're going to notice is as you continue to save, it's going to ask you for different versions. And when you go in there, you'll be able to actually go through. So if I click the down arrow here in the data panel, I don't think it might take a little time to come up. I can actually click through the different versions. There you go. See, it tells me when it was created by and updated. Okay, so that's there. I can then also go through right there, my timeline, to see how it's changed over time. All right, so now that that's saved, let's take a look around, and that's what we have. We want to change the appearance of it. So they do tell us this is mild steel. I can right-click up on the top here and go to physical material. So I right-click on the part, physical material, metal, and I can look for mild steel. So we got iron, stainless steel. So we have steel right here. Let's just pick regular steel. And now we have steel. I would save it again. Okay, so now that we have that as steel, if we want to know about the properties of this, such as its mass or surface area or anything like that. Okay, so now, and if you want to see the eye properties in it, or the properties about this, right-click on it, properties, and we get all that information and the ounce, mass in inches, cubic inches. Currently, I'm looking to see how I can change this, but we might have to just do an online converter to get that to change. And that is pretty much it for this block. If you want to change the color, you can right-click on it up here as well, go to appearance, and then you can actually apply any color you like to it. So if I go to like some sort of paint, glossy, and I want it blue, click, drag on it, and now that's blue. Okay, save that. And pretty much there you have it. That's it. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this, and the rest you'll probably be doing on your own to get through and kind of figure out how to use this. I might do another tutorial on a couple of others. All right, everyone. Have a great day.